Clint named the 7 most beautiful women in Hollywood. Before the Oscars, before the legendary directing career, before the iconic roles that defined American cinema, Clint was simply a man with an eye for beauty. Not the manufactured kind. Not the kind assembled by studio executives and camera tricks. The kind that changes the temperature of a room. In rare interviews throughout his career, revealed the 7 women who left him speechless, the faces that defined an era of unmatched Hollywood glamour. But what made them beautiful in his eyes wasn't just symmetry or youth. It was something more dangerous, more permanent. The quality that separates pretty faces from unforgettable ones. Today, we reveal Clint's personal list of the most beautiful women to ever grace the silver screen, and why each one earned a place in Hollywood's most selective pantheon. Number 7. Clint never worked with, but he didn't need to. She walked in like she didn't need to say a word, he once said. And no one wanted her to. Born in 1940, wasn't just another pretty face in the Hollywood crowd. She was a force of nature who redefined what it meant to be a sex symbol in the 1960s. Most women who became symbols in those days were, and seemingly available, noted in a 1984 interview. Was neither. There was something untouchable about her. That untouchable quality exploded into public consciousness with 1 million years BC in 1966. The deerskin bikini became iconic, but saw past the pinup. What impressed me wasn't the obvious, he said. It was how she carried herself, like royalty who could also break your jaw if necessary. According to people present at industry events in the 1970s, would grow unusually quiet when entered the room. She owned her beauty instead of being owned by it. Fought against being typecast, took controversial roles, won a Golden Globe, launched businesses, and remained formidable long after other sex symbols faded. Some beautiful women apologize for it, said. Wore hers like armor. Number 6. Not his type on paper, but she made the list anyway. Clint called the definition of class. She didn't need to seduce, he said. She just existed. While built his career on rugged masculinity, embodied elegance, restraint, and quiet strength. I remember seeing Roman Holiday, recalled. Everyone else was acting, she just was. Born in Belgium in 1929, survived the Nazi occupation before becoming an Academy Award, winning actress. Hollywood thought she was too thin, too European, too refined. But you couldn't look away. There was something otherworldly about her, said. Like she was made of finer materials than the rest of us. What fascinated him most was her strength through vulnerability. Most actors try to seem stronger than they are, he observed. She had the confidence to appear vulnerable. When left Hollywood to work with UNICEF's admiration deepened. True beauty reveals itself when the cameras stop rolling, he said. Number 5, Lauren. Powerful, bold, unapologetically sensual. Lauren was dangerous in the best possible way, once said. Where whispered, Lauren commanded. Born in Rome in 1934, Lauren emerged from poverty to become an international symbol of mature femininity. American beauty was about looking like a girl, noted. It was all woman. He met her at the Cannes Film Festival in 1965. Some people fill a room gradually, he said. He kicked the door down. Her Oscar-winning performance in Two Women cemented her greatness, not because she was beautiful, but because she was willing to be ugly when the role demanded it. She wasn't asking for approval, said. That's what made her magnetic. She didn't come to Hollywood to be remade. She came to remake Hollywood's idea of beauty. Number 4, Jean. Quiet, ethereal, haunting. And she looked like a ghost, said. And I couldn't stop watching her. Met Jean in Paris in 1968. She was already a French New Wave icon. There was something translucent about her, he recalled. Like she might disappear if you looked away. Her beauty wasn't conventional. It was fragile, intelligent, and sad. Only later did learn the truth. Had been targeted by the FBI for her civil rights activism. She was being hunted, he said. That haunted quality suddenly made sense. She died tragically in 1979. Some beauty doesn't fade, reflected. Because it was never about youth. Number 3, Bergman. Hollywood royalty. Bergman looked the same in every light, said. She never needed help hitting her mark. Born in Sweden in 1915, Bergman represented authenticity in an industry built on illusion. She welcomed aging, observed. Each line earned. When scandal nearly destroyed her career, she never apologized. She paid a heavy price for living honestly, he said. That integrity, that's beauty. Number 2. This one was personal. Cast in 6 films, they were together for nearly 14 years. She wasn't just beautiful, he admitted. She haunted me. Her beauty was raw, emotional, and uncomfortable. The camera captured something real, he said. Because something real was happening between us. Even after lawsuits and heartbreak, never her impact. Some people mark you forever. Number 1, Monroe. She topped the list for a reason. Clint called Monroe the most dangerous kind of beautiful. The kind that makes you forget where you are. She glowed, he said, like she was lit from within. They never made a film together, but one brief encounter stayed with him for life. You hear about charisma, said, but until you've been in a room with someone who truly has it, you don't understand. What separated Monroe from other sex symbols wasn't just her looks, it was contradiction. Innocent and sensual, powerful and vulnerable, constructed and completely human. Most sex symbols were one-dimensional, said, contained multitudes. Decades later, he still kept her photograph in his office. Behind every iconic image is a real person, he said. A complicated human. That's why she endures. Not because she was perfect, but because she was.